Welcome back to the Gemara in Bava Kama Daf Gimel Amud Bet. We're starting from the section in between the two sets of two dots, Hamava veHahever, which, as we discussed, means that the Gemara is quoting more words from the Mishnah and is going to focus its conversation specifically on these words. My Mave. What is Mave? This is a conversation that we've already had once, as some of you noticed when we looked at this in Chavruta. Rav Amar Mave ze Adam. Rav says that Mave refers to a person. Shmuel Amar Mave ze Hashem. And Shmuel says that Mave is tooth is part of shore, and specifically tooth. So I'm putting these both in green because they are answers. Rav Amar Mave ze Adam. Dichtiv. So Rav says that Mave is a person, as it is written. So here's the proof. Amar Shomer Ata Boker V'Gam Laila Im Tivayun Ba'iv. This is a pasuk. This is a quote from Yeshayahu. I'm going to put all of this in purple because it is a proof. It's a support. It's giving Rav's reasoning. But I'm going to highlight the pasuk in yellow. So what is this pasuk? If you scroll down on the sheet, you'll see it's a pasuk from a poetic section of Yeshayahu, part of this back and forth conversation that's described. And the watchman, the guard, says, morning has come and also night. And if you want to inquire or seek, you can inquire and you can come back again. That's the pasuk. Really doesn't seem to say anything about Mave being a person. The reference seems to be this pasuk, Tivayun Ba'iv, sounds kind of like Mave. Rashi explains that this pasuk is actually sort of a parable for God speaking to human beings. So Amar Shomer, Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu is what Rashi tells us. God is speaking in this poetic section of Yeshayahu, or it's describing God speaking. Ata Boker, morning is coming, Geula l'tzadikim. That's a description of the coming redemption for righteous people. V'gam laila, choshech l'reshaim. And the night is a reference to the darkness that will come for wicked people. Im tashuva b'tshuva v'tivakshu mechila ba'if. And if you want to come and ask for forgiveness, you want to do tshuva, great, go ahead, inquire within. Alma be'adam k'tiv. Therefore, consequently, it seems that we're talking about a person, right? Ba'if, the person who's doing the seeking, doing the inquiring, is a person. And that's why Rav thinks that this pasuk, or that this word, Mave, refers to a person, and that this pasuk is the proof text for that. Ushmuel Amar, Mave ze Hashem, and Shmuel, as we know, thinks that Mave is a tooth. Dichtiv, Eich nichpasu Esav nivau matzpunav. So this pasuk from Ovadia, which again doesn't necessarily seem to have a lot to do with Mave, but it does use that same root that it's not exactly Mave, but it's the same root. So here again, I'm going to put the quote in yellow and the rest of it in purple. I'm going to keep that in purple and highlight it yellow. And the pasuk is also here. It's a pasuk from Ovadia, how Esav has been ransacked and his hoards have been, or the things that his treasures have been kept. And Rashi explains that Iglayin, right, the fact that his treasures have been revealed is the explanation of this word nivu, something that is revealed, and a tooth is something that gets revealed and then covered. And so that's why, right, the tooth is sometimes covered and sometimes revealed, and that's why Shmuel thinks that this is a reference to tooth. So these are all kind of abstract, but that's how these psukim work. My mashma, literally, what does this mean? But it's asking, it's responding to Shmuel's assertion that this pasuk is about tooth, and asking, like, how do you get that from this pasuk? Kedimitargim Rav Yosef, as Rav Yosef translates this pasuk into Aramaic, Ichdin itla bish Esaf itgalin matmeruhi. That again, how Esav has been ransacked, his treasures have been revealed. In other words, this pasuk was hard to understand in biblical poetic Hebrew, and so Rav Yosef translated it into Aramaic, which was the language that everybody spoke, and that made it readable, that made it understandable, and the translation is basically the same as our English translation, and it explains again that since the pasuk refers to something that is only sometimes revealed, Shmuel felt there was a connection there with Shen. It's something that is sometimes covered and sometimes revealed. Okay, we'll stop there.